Testing, testing. Mic check, mic check. Testing, testing. One, two, three. One, two, three. I have Dashing Maverick in the house, Texas. Thank you for stopping by. All right, I'm wearing the shirt. Dashing Maverick. Can you see that? All right. So, um, welcome back, everyone. I'm Miko, the entrepreneur, uh, founder of the Customers and Drivers Movement. And I want to say, before I get started, I want to say thank you to all the restaurants that I've been reaching out to in other cities other than Orlando. Thank you for having a listening ear. I really appreciate it. Thank you for listening and thank you for being there for me. That's how I felt. I like when I talk one on one with people, whether it's a customer, whether it's a driver, or a merchant. But the merchants that I've been reaching out to, thank you so much. And I'm really excited about the corporate locations, the corporate franchise. Thank you so much because I know you're a major chain and you guys do things differently. So I want to say thank you for that. And I know that nothing's going to happen overnight because you have to get together. It's a voting process. You talk to the shareholders for some of you. Some of you have to talk to the private investors, the other investors. And so once everyone get on the same page, then you can be able to say, you know what, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go with this being a shop and deliver merchant. And I'm just really excited about that. So that's the next step for corporate and franchise restaurants, and then also for other restaurants as well. Whether you are a mom and pop shop, whether you are a food truck, food trailer, cart, kiosk, food tent, or ghost kitchen. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This customers and drivers movement is really going to help out millions, billions of people. I'm talking about restaurants who, like I said, they may not watch YouTube, or if they do watch YouTube, my channel is not going to pop up. So I'm just glad that I'm able to reach out to them and say, hey, this is what's going on. This is something that you need to check out. This is going to save your bottom line, and it's going to be great. So, but I do want to talk about, uh, okay, so we all know, hopefully, you went and watched the first three powerful videos that I did over the last week. And you have to watch part one, part two, part three. I think if you watch part two and don't watch part one or three, then you're going to be like, what is she talking about? So you have to watch um, each part, and it has to be in order. And that's why I did it that way. Now, now that I completed the three powerful videos, now it's time to take action. The next step, like I said, you have to meet with your core. If you're a franchise, you meet with your corporate and franchise owners. If you are a mom and pop shop, you meet with either your spouse or whoever is there to help you run the business. And then if you're a food truck, food trailer, same thing. If it's a husband and wife team or two or three people, you need to talk to those people so you can be able to figure out when are you going to be the shop and deliver merchant. Over the last few days, I've been stepping into certain locations of Taco Bell and certain locations of KFCs. Now, once these, let's just say, because it takes time, once these merchants become shop and deliver merchants, The great thing about this, they already have like 3 to 6 kiosks where the driver can go and order the food. And that's the thing too. If you have like 4 to 5 registers and you're only using two, get ready and dust off those other 3 registers. You know why? Because you have to get ready. You want to have a separate line for drivers when they're placing these orders. You don't want drivers in the same line as your walk-in customers. Now, I know Raising Cane's, they do that. Uh, I mean, I reached out to them as well. I gave them a suggestion, but everyone's different. So um, I think that it would be a great idea if you have, let's just say, 4 registers. You probably need to put 1 or 2 registers for just the drivers. And I'm saying that because, and it's up to the drivers too, you don't want them waiting in line behind the walk-ins. So your walk-in customers. Okay, so these are 3 reasons why you should permanently become a shop and deliver merchant. And if my internet, I feel like my internet is kind of like, I don't know, around this time, 3 o'clock, I'm looking at the Wi-Fi little thing on the wall. Sometimes for some reason, it just don't do well. So I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if it's the charger is going out. I don't know if it's just, I don't know what's wrong. But anyway, so let me know in the comments if it wasn't like a steady stream. Oh, no wonder this came up. Okay. So it's something on my computer. I don't know what it is, but it's weird. Okay. So reason number 1, protect your profits. You keep more of what you earn instead of losing it to third-party delivery fees. So you have to think about it. When you become a shop and deliver merchant, you don't have to ever say, can you press confirm? Can you confirm that order? You would never have to do that again. How good is that? I would love to not have my staff say, hey, wait a minute. Can you confirm that order? Because now it's about to get really bad out here. I mean, bad to the point where these drivers, they're just coming in, grabbing the orders, and they're leaving. They don't want to hear nothing you got to say. They're taking the orders and leaving. You don't want your staff in that situation. You do not want your staff to be caught up in the middle because these people are not playing around. These drivers are not playing around. Okay. 2, you want to rebuild your customers' relationships. So you want to take back control of your customers' experience and communication. Now, when these apps came out, they did help you with visibility. They did help you get more orders, but the profits are not there. I'm going to talk about that on Friday. So make sure that you're here Friday. I'm going to talk more about that on Friday. But like I said before in other videos, I think it was the last video, it's a good idea to create stickers to put on your bags, your delivery bags. You need some type of stickers, or you need like a bag where it has your QR code on it, where it has your website on there, so you can be able to tell direct customers to order from your website. Now, another thing I would like for restaurants to do moving forward is to go ahead and actually talk to your walk-in customers. A lot of times we don't really communicate with the customers. We might say hello, but I need you to say, hey, you know what? Are you using our reward system? Do you know about our reward program? And they may say yes or no. And then if they say yes, oh, I use it. And it's like, oh, okay, well, continue to keep using it, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. If they're not using it, what you want to do is go ahead and say, hey, it would be a good idea for you to, order from us directly, and whatever else you want to say. But like, if it was me, I'd be like, you know what? I'm in the process of having my own 1099 delivery drivers, and I need that data so I can know how many drivers to put on each shift. Sometimes when I mean, don't say it to every customer, say it to the ones who, that you know by name, or, that you see a lot, or how they order. Those are the people that you want to talk to. Um, and then number 3, you will gain true independence. You will operate on your own terms without relying on the apps that limit your growth. Your growth. So let's just say if no one, buy your food through DoorDash, Uber Eats, or Grubhub. I mean, it's not your fault, but you have to realize that if you're not pushing people to come to your website, and then you're waiting on the apps to send you orders, because you can't make people, if customers come to their website or app to order food, you can't like make people order your food. So it's some days I talk to restaurants and they're like, oh, well, believe it or not, they didn't receive any orders, through DoorDash or through Uber Eats. Mouth getting a little dry. All right. So, okay, because I'm trying to stay on track. So I talked about that. What's really exciting about restaurants becoming a shop and deliver merchant is you get 100% of your money up front. You never have to worry about a driver stealing the food, because if they steal it, that's on them. Who cares? You got your money 100%. You don't ever have to pay a commission fee to these delivery companies ever again. If that doesn't like help you make a decision, then I don't know what will, because like I told you before, it's a lot of fake accounts out there, and these drivers is going to be a lot of stealing. You can't control it. And I know you're probably thinking about, like, you're maybe nervous about the change. You don't know how it's going to be when you reach out to these companies. You gave them 5 years. You gave them 7 years. You gave them 10 years. You gave them 12 years. It's okay. You gave them 12 years of commissions, and it's not helping your bottom line. They end up being billion-dollar companies, but you're not a billion-dollar restaurant. That doesn't make sense. So I think once this movement, like I told you before, this movement is going to be epic. I already told you that. It's going to be epic. It's going to be national, international, worldwide, and global. And it's kind of crazy because I see growth, and it's very little, because this is no timeline on this movement. This movement is not about getting signatures. This is coined as a forever movement, because it's going to always be new customers, new restaurants created, and new drivers. So, what I like about this is, if you become a shop and deliver merchant with these apps, and right now you're not ready to have your own delivery drivers, that's great, because you can use their drivers until you figure out your next step of having your own 1099 delivery drivers. And I will be talking about that. I will be doing workshops on that. I can't wait. It's going to be interesting. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. And, like I tell anyone, you know, you can't continue to plant bad seeds and expect good growth or a harvest. I'm going to say that again. You cannot continue to plant bad seeds and see a good harvest or growth from that. So, and this is directly to DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and any other company that manipulated tips of the customer, of the drivers, stole tips from the customers, the drivers, who treated merchants, try to keep them in exclusive contracts when they didn't want to be, when they wanted to get out. You can't enjoy being a successful company like that. Yeah, you may have the money on paper. Yeah, you may have the power, the little power that you have, but it's going to be a wake up call for everybody. Trust me. And how I know that DoorDash and Uber Eats are listening to my videos, because the things that I say, they're making changes. That's how I know that they're listening. Good. I want to keep you on your toes because I'm just getting started. So that's good that you're actually getting ready to make changes to try to help drivers, to try to help customers, to try to help merchants. You're 12 years too late, you're 11 years too late, and you're 17 years too late. So, but hey, I'm glad that you're making changes. That's good that you're listening. All right. So I talked about that. Now, another good thing about a shop and deliver order. Now, I'm not saying they don't stack shop and deliver orders, but it will be less of it. I think it would be less of it because let's just say now with Raising Cane's, unless it's from the same customer, I never really had a stack order with Raising Cane's. I don't think so. Unless it's from the same customer and they're ordering like from another restaurant or a grocery store, I haven't had a stacked order with Raising Cane's. So I think, this is just my opinion, I think once merchants become shop and deliver merchants, then it would be less stacked orders because when you have to do a shop and deliver order, I'm sorry, at the restaurant, you don't know how they're going to set it up. You don't know how, if you got to stand in one line, an express line, or whatever. And that's going to make the customer wait even longer. So it would cut out stack orders, meaning two, or triple orders. And that's the good thing about merchants in the future having their own 1099 delivery drivers, because once you have your own 1099 delivery drivers, then you can be able to, you won't stack the orders. It will be separate orders. So if your base pay, because I don't know what the merchants are going to do. If the base pay, let's just say $3 or $4, and then plus the tip. If they have an order for you, they're not going to stack it and then pay you less. They're not going to do that. So it's a lot of pros and benefits to going back to having your own delivery drivers, but this time around 1099. It's not encroaching on your labor costs, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to train these drivers because 9 times out of 10, unless they're very new and never done delivery, but if they've done DoorDash, Uber Eats, or even Instacart or any other app, they know what to do. And another good thing about this is you can be able to have a delivery radius 3 to 5 miles. Some restaurants, they may say, you know what, I'm going to keep a 3 mile delivery. So now, as I say, I know that DoorDash and Uber Eats listen to my videos. That's what you need to clean up. You need to stop those zones, because those zones when you first started. And I want to say this too, because I'm watching my time. I want to say this too. So, merchants, when you contact DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub, this is how I know you will cancel your contracts and become a shop and deliver merchant. They have restaurants in their database that are closed. They don't want to remove them, because if they remove every restaurant that closed, then they will have less in their database. If they approach you and say, or if they reply and say, hey, you know what, if you decide not to partner with us as a commission based then partner, then we're going to delete you from our system. No, they won't. That's 12 years or 11 years or 10 years or 5 years of data, valuable data. They're not going to delete you. They would never remove. They have like I said, they have so many restaurants that are closed in their database. They don't have time to look for that. They're not going to remove it. It decreases. It will decrease their database. They are not going to do it. And how I know, I cannot reveal that. But I know, trust me, I would never lie to you about anything that I talked about on this channel. I promise you. And I get it. I'm not popular. You discredit me. You sleep on me. You're like, she don't know what she's talking about. Why? Because you're looking at my subscriber count. You're looking at my view count. This is a powerful voice. I'm going to help billions of people, trillions of people. Trust me, it's going to happen. I believe in myself, and I believe in this customers and drivers movement. And I know that it's going to be epic, like I said before. It's going to be national, international, global, and worldwide. Why you think these companies are doing little things? Stuff that I talked about. That's what they're doing. They're doing little things to try to solve the problem, but they can't. That's not what they're thinking about. They're trying to go to the next level of getting these autonomous vehicles, getting these robots, and getting these drones, which they've been doing the robots, they've been doing the drones, and they've been doing the autonomous vehicles. But they're counting on their customers, so they're going to increase those fees. And then they're counting on the drivers. They're going to continue to keep slashing the base pay. And what I noticed also in the base pay, they still manipulating the base pay. If they get enough drivers to say, oh, well, my base pay not $2, my base pay is $3 or $3.50 or $4.50, and the customer only tipped $1. It's been customers that I've been going to that I know didn't tip $1. So whatever they're doing, the coding that they're doing, they're switching it around yet again, because they want enough drivers to say, well, no, my base pay not $2. Oh, they pay me $10 base pay for that, and I only went 3 miles. Oh, and the customer only gave me $1. Uber Eats been doing it too. How is it up front I get $7 base pay, and then the customer give me $1? You don't even want the drivers. You don't even want us. So how you giving us extra base pay? No, I'm serious. Like, really think about that. If you're watching this right now on replay and you got to this part of the video, I want you to leave me a comment below. I don't care what you put. I don't care what you put. It depends on what you say. I might let it show. But if you come with something that I don't know anything, like no politics, no religion, but if it's something related to delivery and how it's going to help drivers, customers, and merchants, great. I will show your comment. But a lot of these comments I get, they're really hateful. And that's not fair to me because I am here in this community trying to help customers, drivers, and merchants. And I get a lot of hate comments or comments like, hey, you need to get a job. Why you worrying about that? Why you trying to help these people when these people need help? I don't understand it. All right, so let me make sure that I talked about everything. Let me talk about the promotions and then I'll do a closing. Now, when you do a promotion through or marketing through DoorDash, Uber Eats, and maybe Grubhub, I don't know how it is on that end, but when you're doing marketing with DoorDash and Uber Eats, you have to realize what promotion you're putting out there. Don't do any promotions. I know it's your first year. I did it. I did it my first year being a merchant on both DoorDash and Uber Eats, and it ate up my weekly pay. It costs too much. Even if you do like spend $25 and save $5 or $10, that $5, that $10 is coming out of your weekly pay each time that happens. That's what they don't tell you. When you have buy one, get one free, that's coming out double. Oh, it's great for the customer, but it's coming out double out of your weekly pay. I'm telling you, do not do any promotions because you would never, unless you are a franchise and that franchise, that corporate chain is on there since day one, you would never be on the front page, the second page, the third page, the fourth page, the fifth page. I'm telling you. So don't waste your money on promoting. Put that money for promoting, put that on your customer side with your own website, with your reward system. Promote that. You'll be better off. All right. So in closing, I hope that you watched the 3 videos. Part 1, cancel your contracts. Part 2, shop and deliver model. Part 3, you have leverage or merchants have leverage. I hope that you watch those 3 videos. And I know that moving forward, you want to not close your doors. It's very interesting because you have so many restaurants that are this close to closing their doors and they're stressed out, coming to work. And it's just ridiculous because you work so hard to have this restaurant. You work so hard to get to where you are. And you're this close to closing your doors. Now I'm trying to help you to turn it around. I don't have a business. I don't have a delivery service for you. I'm just helping you from one restaurant owner to the next. That's it. I care about you. Like I said, no one's going to care about your business or your restaurant like you or like me. Please, I need your comments. Please leave your comments. Please like this video, share it. I need you to share it to every restaurant owner. It's a lot of people out there that needs this information. And YouTube is not pushing my video out. They're not, I'm I'm talking more on TikTok. I can't wait till I get 5 more followers so I can go live at the same time, because that's what I'm going to do. When I get 5 more followers on TikTok, join Miko. I'm going to have my cell phone right here, and I'm going to be talking to, on YouTube with this computer, and I'm going to be both like this. So 5 more followers, I will be going live, and I will be doing this live at the same time. So I can't wait. And I'm going to build this community. I'm going to build a lot of communities, and we all going to come together, and we all going to get this done. All right. Thank you, guys. Make sure you're here on Friday. I'm going live Friday, 3 p.m. So I go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know a lot of times people are working, they're driving. It's a lot that they're doing. A lot of people can't make the 3 o'clock, but it's okay. I'm not going to change my time because there's other things that I have to do as well. So, but I want to say thank you. I'll see you guys on Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.